Welcome back to the Platypede Show, where we love Nintendo games and hate Nintendo Company. It is I, your host, Platypede. Previously on this program, we talked to Mr. Fuji and went to the Pokemon Center. Oh, that's right. I have to fess up to something in a minute. But hey, welcome, welcome everybody, welcome Mav. Funny story. I didn't save at the end of last stream. So I had to go catch the Snorlax again. We still have him, he's Pandemonium, but he might be a different... I think he's going to be a different nature. That's my bad. Okay, he's gentle. I don't know if he was gentle last time. I feel like he was a different one. I don't remember what gentle does. His special defense. Special defense is really high. That might be normal for Snorlax. But it's okay. It was not... It took a lot longer. I didn't realize how lucky I had gotten the first time. Oh, he's immune. The Snorlax normally got immunity. Oh, yeah, Gentle is special defense up, defense down, so he can take ice beams like a champ. Yeah, you didn't notice that I didn't save either. It was on all of us, don't worry. Yeah, Pandemonium. I like Snorlax. It's a funny guy. If we didn't get it so late into the game, I would use Snorlax as a main, as a core team Pokemon. But yeah, we're gonna leave all these are all, I think all of these are gonna be like our Emerald, our traits to Emerald eventually. But yeah, we got a bunch last time. And this time, I have to decide whether... I'm trying to remember what level, I think the fighting gym in Saffron is like level 30-ish. So we could wait a little bit and try to bring Dreadnought there. Dreadnought and Huckle. Did I teach Huckle Aerial Ace? I did not. So Huckle doesn't really have a good move for fighting types, and I don't have any Psychic on the team, which makes me a little nervous. But anyway... I think I'm gonna go on the Cycling Road, because that is pretty quick. Oh yeah, and we should teach Fly to somebody. I kind of don't want to teach it to Dreadnought because I kind of like most of his moves. I guess Pursuit is not... That's not that bad. His special is not behind that much. I don't know. I think I've got our Pidgey, or the second Spearow, knows Fly. But yeah, let's go see... Oh, we got a Professor Oak's aid. If your Pokédex has complete out on 40 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. Oh, Amulet Coin. I've only got 27. That's fine. I don't really need the Amulet Coin. I think one of these people wants to trade like a Nidoran or Nidorino. Oh, these little kids. He's like, she's my girlfriend, and she's like, me and my friend are going on bikes. Aw. Okay. I think I'm gonna just dodge the trainers as much as possible. And we'll try and, there we go. I'm gonna check, I'm gonna see what Pokemon we can catch. On this route. Because which route is this? Oh, I still don't have the town map, so I don't know what route this is. But Cycling Road is like, maybe 9? Should I remember? Probably there aren't too many Pokemon to catch. You know what? Well, maybe I may as well just have a map open. I like this theme. This is a good remix. So far, it's been kind of mixed. Okay, this is routes 16 and 17. Okay. So... let's see. 16 and 17. No, it looks like... yeah, it looks like we don't have anybody to catch here, so I can just go ahead. If I had the item finder, I could search around for stuff. Oh. Hehehe. I forget if this... I forget if there are trainers on this way. Oh, press the B... oh, wow. That's a new one. I'm pretty sure you couldn't do that in previous games, or even in later games, now that I think about it. Because the B button on the, if you're on the acro bike, the B button makes you bounce. Alright, cool. Although, we could probably fish... oh, I don't have the good rod, do I? I think we get it in this town, and then we can fish for stuff. And now that we're here, we also have the Safari Zone, which opens up a lot of options. Oh, hello. Are you the guy who wants to trade? Oh, Golduck for... oh, he wants a Golduck for Lickitung, yeah. I think I decided that Golduck makes the most sense because... so I'm going to do the trade in this game. Because it evolves at a lower level, so you can get it easier than... because I think it's either Hypno or Slowbro that you have to trade in Leaf Green. Okay, right, I don't need to actually stop here. Cool. Well, let's go to the Safari Zone. Let's just have a little fun. Feels so strange the Safari Zone has, like, a zoo out the front. Maybe that's a Japanese thing. I don't know. I've been to a Japanese zoo, and it was very familiar. They had, like, a squirrel cage that you could go into. I thought that was a little weird, so I didn't do it. Oh, Lapras. I like Lapras. Apparently, Lapras is not a gift Pokemon in this one. Oh, look at that Ammonite. Oh my god. That's the biggest eyes I've ever seen. This Ammonite, it's got like pug eyes. Like to us, it's so cute, but this Ammonite has seen some things. It's a 100-yard stare. Ammonite, what do you have to say for yourself? I can never forget what I saw during the war. The things Lieutenant Surge has done. I don't know how he can sleep at night. So cool, anyway, we're going to the Safari Zone. So I remember a neat thing, I don't think this is the case anymore, but if you brought the Super Rod to the first area, or not to the first area, but if you surfed to appropriate place, if you surfed over to like the 4th area, I think, in Generation 1, you could just stand in one place and Super Rod to catch a Dratini and not use up any steps, and that was really handy, but I don't think you can catch Dratini with Super Rod anymore. I think it needs something else now. Oh, Leaf Stone, cool. Saves me a little money. I find it crazy that most Pokemon games don't let you buy elements, like evolution stones anymore. Or at least not the, like, core 4. Oh, hey, Nidoran boy. We may as well try and catch him. Because he'll evolve in, like, 1 level, and that'll be the easiest, focus completion, right? Oh, but what do we name him? We gotta name him something. Because we had Beatrice. So I originally named my Nidoran girl in Pokemon Blue, I think, Beatrice after Beatrix Potter, because she's a little rabbit. And I think Beatrix Potter wrote. She wrote a bunch of, like, animal, funny, like sort of humanoid animal stories, you know, famously. That's her claim to fame. And so I'm trying to think of, like, who would be, like, a male writer who falls in the same category? Who would, like, wrote Winnie the Pooh, actually? I can't remember. I can't remember who that was. A.A. Milne. Who's Alan? Alan Alexander Milne. I could call him Milne. I don't know if this is somebody that we want to commemorate or not, but I don't know. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is a happy part of my childhood, so I'm gonna do it and live with the consequences. Okay, Milne. Oh, Sunny Day. That's really good. I don't know if I'm planning to use Solar Ream though. So maybe not. Maybe it's not that good. Actually, I don't know if I have no idea if it's even pronounced Milne. I just closed the Wikipedia article too quickly, so I might have been saying it wrong. I wonder if... I remember these buildings in the Safari Zone. They don't really have anything strictly useful in them. That they're like people in there. Winnie the Pooh, they literally wanted to kidnap Roo and force Kanga out of town. Is that one of the stories? Oh, I also... Oh, I didn't mean to run away from Execute. I forgot. Really? I don't remember that. I don't think I read that story. Doduo! I want to catch the Doduo. Hey, first try. I'm getting really lucky in the Safari Zone. Dang. I think my parents definitely, like, picked and chose which Winnie the Pooh stories to read to us. I imagine, I mean, I hope it's not, like, maybe as bad as, like, Peter Pan or something. Two-headed Pokemon that was discovered as a sudden mutation. Run at 60 miles per hour. I wonder if, like, ostriches can also run at 60 miles an hour. That seems a little fast. Anyway, I'm gonna be boring and I'm gonna call this one the same thing that I called it before. Dodrios are always Birdburrus to me. Birdburrus. And this time Birdburrus has a gender because it's not first generation. Aw, dang. I'm playing off of first gen rules where there was an item up here. But they didn't put it in. I think I mostly also watched... I also mostly knew Winnie the Pooh from the Disney animated show, where they had, like, a runaway train. Chapter 7 of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, either they never read me that one, like they skipped it, or the more likely thing is that at face value it probably reads like a lot more innocent than it actually is, which is so much the case with old children's stories. Where, like, if you're not paying attention, it's just sort of like, oh, oops. No, Nidorino, I want you to roam free! It's anti-immigration BS. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I accidentally caught a Nidorino. Well, we're gonna release him. Oops. It was too big of a fish, we have to throw him back. Steel Wing. Cool, cool. I might teach that to Dreadnought, just because it's uses. It's like, I don't know. It's like, in a weird way, thinking of Peter Pan is another example. Like, I never thought much of the, like, Native American stuff. It was just sort of a... Because it's so normalized to, like, depict... For one thing, to depict Native Americans as a monolith, and also to have, like, that speech pattern and, like, all this stuff. All these crazy traditions. Whoa! Execute. Appears to be eggs, but they're more like plant seeds. And one of them is broken as well. Oh yeah, didn't we talked about this in second generation, didn't we? Of, like, whether, like, what happens from where Execute evolves into Executor, where it, like, has 6. There are, like, 6 individuals in an Execute, and then it becomes 3 heads as an Executor. I think I like the idea that 3 of the seed eggs like merge into the tree trunk and the legs, and that the other 3 remain as like the coconut heads. But yeah, reading up on Winnie the Pooh, it's played for laughs. Piglet is left in Rue's place. Oh, that's so messed up. Plant seeds really are plant eggs. Oh, yeah, that's true. They have a different, I'm sure that biologists know better about how, like, the structure is distinct, but yeah. Is it that, are seeds technically, no, seeds are fertilized, aren't they? Maybe that's the difference, is that an egg doesn't have to be fertilized, but a seed is. Or that's part of the difference anyway. I don't know. I guess the main difference is that it produces a plant instead of an animal. What are we gonna call our executor? It's a big stompin' tree monster. Maybe I could go with the Cerberus again, because it's got 3 heads. Treeburus. Cerber tree. Cerber... Palmburus. Nah, it doesn't really do that. Yeah, eggs have to be fertilized to grow. That's true. But I mean, like, I think you can have chicken eggs that are not fertilized, right? I don't know. I guess I'm not familiar with the life cycle of a plant tree burrows. Yeah, I kind of wanted to use the Cerber part of Cerberus, but maybe tree burrows makes sense. Actually, here's a good question. Cerberus. Or behind the name. I wonder if we can, like, construct, depending on, like, where Cerberus comes from, maybe we can construct a, like, etymologically appropriate tree thing. Oh, Cerberus possibly means spotted. So it doesn't have anything to do with, like, 3 heads. But yeah, maybe Treeburus is the best. Treeburus. Birdburus and Treeburus, both acquired from the Safari Zone. Even though we could catch a Doduo out in the grass. But if it's here, then I may as well catch it here. Oh wait, also, hang on. I'm catching them here, but I didn't need to catch a Doduo. I did need an execute though. So, oops, a little bit. Kind of an oops. And Nidoran. We got Nidoran, boy. Well, I guess I got Doduo, so I can check, you know what, I'll check it off of the Emerald list. Doduo. There we go. I should pay a little more attention to who we need to get here, really. Was Nidoran boy again? Oh, Chansey. Apparently, okay, this is a change that that's worrying me. Is that you used to be able to get Chansey in the, like, Mewtwo cave at the end of the game, like, post-game, but you can't anymore. You can only get it from the Safari Zone in these games, so we're gonna have to come back here to get a Chansey. I think I'm not gonna do that right away. If we have time at the end of the stream, I think I'll look for a Chansey. Oh, and we also need Kangaskhan. It'll be good if we get a second Nidoran female, because we already evolved ours, but she can, like, catch an egg if we really want to. Oh, and Tauros. Oh, I forgot about Tauros. Venonats exist here too, but we don't have to get one from here. So it's Chansey. We got Chansey Dratini. Chansey Dratini and Kangaskhan can only be caught here. No, sorry. Chansey Dratini, Kangaskhan, and Tauros. We got four more that we haven't got yet that can only be got here. You want to say that plants will only produce seeds if they're fertilized first, because that starts the process. Oh, there's the gold teeth. We need that. Yeah, whereas animals more or less waste energy creating eggs that won't ever germinate. Yeah, that would have been my guess, is that seeds, the reproduction process creates a seed. Ah, finally, you're the first person to reach the secret house. Although I made a campaign for our grand opening, I was getting worried that no one would win our campaign prize. Congratulations, you have won! You can receive HM through from the intendant. It's funny, this part is like actually kind of like a theme park thing of like, you found the house, here's your prize. Whereas everything else is couched as if you like discovered it yourself. I don't know, like all the like items hidden around the Pokemon world in balls almost feels like an Easter egg hunt or something, or like a treasure hunt. Hit Machine 3 is Surf. Pokemon will be able to ferry you across the water using it, and this agent isn't disposable, so you can use it over and over. We're super lucky for winning this fabulous prize. Fabulous, you say? Yeah, then again, oh yeah, that's right. Plants are only fertilized by external forces, like bugs and birds and humans. Yeah. Is that the case? God, I hate to do this. I'm always of the mind of like, is there, I always like to think about like, is there another option? Because I'm like, I don't know why that's my first impulse, is like, I feel like I've heard of plants that can fertilize themselves or other stuff. Maybe like in the ancient, that might be in the ancient world that I'm thinking of. Like before pollination was a thing. Oh yeah, Beatrice can learn Surf. I mean, Skullkraken should have it just because it's Stab. Water Pulse can confuse, but it's also just weaker, so to replace it. Oh, I forgot. I love the little forgot poof. Yeah. I think you're right though in general, Mav, is that the typical process is that plants are usually fertilized by external sources. Yeah, and we need a new badge. I want to say that we need Koga's badge to Surf, so it might be a good idea to go for him first. And I can't fish for Dratini's because I didn't get the better rod first, so we just have to go look for the other four. Let me see. So wait, Chansey is Safari Zone 2 and Center. Area 2 in the center. Kangaskhan is areas 1 and 3, which I think is this one. And then Taurus is areas 2 and 3. So maybe let's go to area 2. Oh, you tried to learn something by shoving a CD against your head and it didn't work out. Did you break the CD, though? That seems to be what happens with TMs. Oh yeah, there are lizards and fish that can fertilize themselves. That sounds familiar, too. Oh, there's Ammonite. You haven't seen what I've seen. Yeah. What were you trying to learn from the CD? What the heck is this place? I mean, the word in Slowpoke. Oh, that's not nice. It's a vacant look. What? Jeez. What is this, Harry Potter? Warden Slowpoke came in, but we couldn't understand him. I think he's got a speech problem. God. This is why we need... Warden Slowpoke is very knowledgeable about Pokemon, he even has some fossils. See, even this guy who's praising him is calling him by his unfortunate nickname. This is why we need DEI, man. Warden Slowpoke is running a promotion campaign, trying to get the farthest corner of the Safari Zone. You won a very convenient prize. Oh, you're trying to learn Japanese with the CD on your forehead, but you forgot English? Oh no, you can only type? You can't read it anymore? You can't speak it anymore? Yeah, I think it gives us strength. Here's the gold teeth. Thank you, lassie. You're a lifesaver. No one can understand a word that I said, not a one. I was too ashamed to show my face around the office even. Let me give you something for your trouble. Oh, maybe I could have given him an Australian voice. To go with the Safari Zone. Never mind, I can't think quick enough. Inside HM4, you'll find strength. It lets Pokemon move boulders when they're outside of battle. Oh yes, did you find the secret house? Cool. I think we still need another thing. And there's like a nugget in that bowl. With all your typos, you seem to be unable to both spell and speak it. Oh no. forever doomed by the seedy attempt. Yes, I like to be fish. I mean, whatever. Good rod. Chromie Old Rod can only catch Magikarp, yes, but with a good rod you can catch much more Pokemon. That's true, we can go fishing in your backyard. So let's do that for a minute and see what we catch. I never even used the old rod because we just got the, like, easy one. Oh yeah. I was kind of hoping, I wanted to check this. I was kind of hoping that I could give a fossil to a Pokemon to hold so we could transfer it and then own the Pokemon, revive the Pokemon in Emerald, but we can't. So we'll have to revive them and trade them. That's fine. Alright. You would like to be fish too. Wouldn't we all be fish? Oh, what do we catch? Is it a Poliwag? It's a Goldeen! Oh, it's a very low level Goldeen. I guess we just throw Pokeballs, because I don't know if I can just catch it. I don't have a lot. I forgot to get more! I should go, oh, the mart is really annoying to get to in this town, otherwise I would get more. Oh gosh. Maybe I can Ember because fire is weakened and it won't kill her right away. I thought a good rod would get me a higher level Pokemon, like 15 at least. Or 20. Oh hey. Crackle's still having Ember worked out. Perfect. Usually never fish in these games because you'll trip upon the Pokemon later in surf sections. Oh, that's true. I want to say there are only a few Pokemon that you have to fish up, and I don't know that Goldeen is one of them. Also, I didn't need to catch Goldeen, because she turns up... It turns up in Emerald, apparently, so, oops. I caught another one that I didn't need to spend time catching. The Water's Edge Pokemon. Oh, no wait, it's a Water's Edge because I caught it at the Water's Edge? It's a category, but it's a Goldfish Pokemon. You can swim at 5 knots. A lot of information about how fast Pokemon are. Okay, so she... let's see, she will be... Wait... Coily. Oh, that doesn't look right. I'll just do... Guess I'll do with a K anyway, but... Coily. Is it just... It's just like this, right? Wait. Whatever. I know what it's supposed to be. Coily. There we go. Oh wait, Poliwag is one that we need, but hang on. I want to see if we can just... Yeah, apparently Poliwag you have to fish up, but you can fish him up here. Fish him up here. I feel like M apostrophe EM feels kind of like... I like it as a handy shortening of... Oh, but I'll get more Pokeballs. I like EM as a shortening of them, but it's also very tricky because it sounds a little... It can sound like him because you say it so quick. I catch myself saying M so quickly that it sounds more like him, and I'm like, wait, I do mean M, I do mean them. But I find that happening a lot on stream. So yeah, we could try... I can try and do... Oh, why am I moving Pokemon? I need to go buy items. And maybe deposit some. Oh yeah, Quick Claw. Hang on. Who needs a Quick Claw? Actually, I don't know if anybody's slow enough to need a Quick Claw. It's because Huckle's a speedy boy. Oh, that's right. Skullkraken is slow because she has a bad nature. She has the special attack up, speed down nature. She's a little faster than Beatrice Jr. I had a feeling like Beatrice was slow. I think Crackle will be faster when he evolves, and everybody else, yeah. Well, we already got the black glasses on Skullkraken, so let's give Beatrice Jr. the Quick Claw. She just hold the Claw in her hand. Oh, that's weird. Why can't I use the Quick Claw if like using it doesn't do anything? The heck? Although that did allow oops. What is it? Sacred Gold Storm Silver ROM hacks can you can like there's some items that you can use hold items that are normally like trade to evolve items instead will evolve the Pokemon. Which that's handy. Hang on, I was gonna get back the revive I think that I threw away. And burn heal, there we go. Okay, let's go get some Pokeballs and then we'll go fishing. We're gonna go fishing. Oh, did I heal everybody by the way? Yeah, I did. And I think Crackle is a good catcher because we can avoid KOing a little bit and maybe burn for extra chance. Well, yeah, this might be a town where we can't get regular Pokeballs. We have to get Great Balls. That might be annoying. I'm worried about the gym because we don't have Psychic. We don't have anything to fight Psychic except for Huckle, and Huckle is susceptible. Oh, we can get... Yeah, we have to get Great Balls. Okay, let's get 10. I like 10. And then we can get 10 of these. So yeah, I think... I want to say Poliwag is the only one that we have to catch with, by fishing. Let's see. Oh, Krabby. I think Krabby we have to fish up as well. And Dratini, but Dratini is only in Safari Zone. Oh, Shelter. Okay, but we can't get Shelter yet anyway. All right, let's go. And I'm gonna go one route over and start exploring because I think we can get. Or let's go in this guy's backyard. We'll fish up a Poliwag in his backyard. We went tadpole fishing in the fishing guru's backyard. Oh, I already saved it. I'll save again. Oh yeah, so there's some interesting game modding news that I heard recently that I'm also not sure if we need a super rod to catch a Poliwag, but we'll find out. That apparently there's been some breakthroughs in decompiling the PlayStation version of Symphony of the Night, and they modded in playable, I think it's Maria, from the Saturn and PSP versions. Which I didn't know that there was an additional playable character in the other versions of Symphony of the Night. So I'm kind of... I think if I ever live stream Symphony, it'll be the Saturn version. And I'll try and play like all three characters as part of the playthrough. Like I'll be sure to take time to do the other characters. Because I know you can normally play Richter in all versions of the game. But I'd like to try playing Maria, that sounds fun. But it also opens the possibility... I think the big breakthrough is because they're decompiling the game, the PlayStation 1. So maybe they can do a, like... I think I mentioned years ago, like, when we were talking about Metroid, I posited the question of, like, would people be interested in a mod of Symphony of the Night where, like, instead of... where, like, when Alucard dies, like, his shirt tears open instead of like blood going everywhere, and like maybe somebody can do that mod now or soon. Well, the graphics in the Saturn version are kind of junk. Really? Uh-oh. I'm not totally opposed to doing the PSP version, but I was leaning towards Saturn because I thought the resolution would be better. Huh. Maybe I'll need to mod it some. Maybe there's some mods for it. Yeah, you would like the Alucard shirt mod. I wouldn't be able to make it because I'm not an artist. I'm not enough of an artist to figure out how to do that. Or animator, I should say. But I think it's a funny, like, counterpoint to the, like, Samus's death animation in 2D Metroids. It's just one of the main reasons that I like Metroid Prime as one of the best games in the series. It's all first person. So they don't get to do, it's the only one where where Samus doesn't, like, dress down at the end. I think. I assume that you get, like, Zero Suit Samus at the end of Metroid Dread, but I never played it far enough. I only played a bit of that demo. Oops. No, I didn't want to battle, but I guess we can. When I whistle, I can summon bird Pokemon. Oh, whose feathers are those? Are there any Pokemon with blue feathers in this game? In, like, Kanto? I don't know if there are. I think it's funny they removed the, like, regular little bird, the, like, sparrow or whatever from the birdcage in previous games. Oh wait, Kenai. Dang, I forgot. I only just remembered. Female characters tend to do that arched back death pose before they disappear. Oh, that's true, yeah. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, that's totally the case in Metroid games. Oh hey, you brought Beatrice Jr. My Pokemon with an electric move and a quick claw. Thanks, I guess. You just saved me a turn switch. But yeah, I feel like part of that death pose, like the arch back, it's like, I don't know. Is there an element of, like, hiding the character's face as they die? They're sort of like, no, don't. I can't bear to look. I can't bear to look at the pretty lady. Oh yeah, Latria is the only blue bird you can think of. Yeah, it's flying. It's dragon flying. But I think I think a bird keeper could have Altaria. But Beatrice Jr.'s shockwave is not very strong. But I guess it's only 60 power. Bye, Farfetch'd, you're cool. And unfortunately, one of the NPC trade-only Pokemon in this game. But with breeding, we can hatch an egg and give it our own name this time. Yeah, I know, the arch pose is supposed to emphasize the breast because it's kind of simpler. It's similar to the, like, supermodel coming out of the water. Oh yeah, like Busby Berkeley dance sequence. That's what I think of. Yeah. There is... I'm sure this is ripe for, like, what's it called? For, like, a video essay. Oh, hey, Crackle's back. They're just like, no, I wanna have the fire Pokemon defeat me. Cool, this is a Crackle and Beatrice Jr. battle. But anyway, I feel like there's ripe territory, essay territory for, like, female player character deaths as erotic expression. There's something about that. Maybe I'm not cut out for battles. I'm not the right type, I guess. No, don't give up. You lost one time. Don't give up from one loss. What are you doing? Because there's also, like Samus in particular, I think she kind of cries out in a way that could be like elation. Like, it's certainly not an accident. Oh, weird, the guy turned but he didn't spot me? Maybe because I was moving. Also, now that I think about it, I don't think there's water on this route that we can fish in. I think it's all blocked off for, like, a while. But there's Venonat in those grass. In those grass? You know what I mean. So we're gonna have to come back with Cut and go in there. Oh, you think maybe Sarkeesian did a video on it? As well as the way women are filmed and framed and posed in Death vs. Men. Yeah, I believe it. I haven't seen much of her work, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner, Mav. Just as we're talking about gender. And maligned character. Oh, and Huckle. I forgot Huckle's not a great counterpart for poison-type Pokemon anymore. Dang. He can still do Secret Power, I guess. And he's immune to poison status. Go get him! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Focus energy paying off straight away. Yay! It's hooray! It's paralyzed. That feels so. It feels so mean. It's the nature of Pokemon, though. Okay, I should switch. Oh, I should switch, but coughing is levitate, so I need psychic moves, and I don't have one. I may have to break my self-imposed rules and train up like a Drowsy or something for the gym. We'll see. It's something that I'm considering, and I hope I can get by without it. Because you don't always need super effective Pokemon if you have other stuff. Because we have 2 Pokemon on the team who are immune to poison, and more than a few of Koga's gym trainers are using poison Pokemon moves. They would like rely on poison gas and stuff. Boy, I feel bad having switched Huckle in for a battle where he's not especially well suited. Because I was thinking that, because I want to train him before the gym. Before both gyms, really. Because he should be useful in Sabrina as well. Wait, this coughing has a lot of defense. Compared to the other ones. I guess it's the coughing ace of this trainer. No! Flip's sake. I'm not gonna be able to hit anything now. Oh, okay. Sorry, Huckle, you were doing good, but we gotta switch you out to save yourself. I think Skullkraken is a good option. I wish I could teach her a physical move, but I really can't. I don't remember when she learns one either. Oh, of course she's poisoned. I think we still have antidotes, though. Dang, stripped gears. Oh, that's really bad on a bike. Other Pokemon here. Oops, where are you at? Pretty down the list. Fairy Leaf Green. Yeah, he doesn't learn any. Gyarados as a species doesn't learn any physical stuff. You'd have to teach it TMs. Like, there's always Hyper Beam, but I forget where to get Hyper Beam. And I'm saving Earthquake for another Pokemon. Would have been good if I taught it Secret Power. Oh, Strength. Yeah, we could teach it Strength, actually. It doesn't get stabbed, but at least it's pretty good. It's 80 power. Body Slam would be the best one, but we can't get Body Slam until way later. Oh, you know what? Return is coming up. And I think that's... Or no, we already got Return for, Dreadnought. I just remembered. I was like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I already got Return. But yeah, Earthquake will be better on, on Beatrice Jr. So... Oh yeah, wait, can we even learn Body Slam on a... Can we even teach Body Slam to a Gyarados? Oh, we can teach one. Yeah, I think I will. Because I was saving Body Slam for maybe... For maybe, Verona. You only get one on the move tutors. But I'll teach us a Skullcracken just because she needs another move. And Verona already has really good moves, so I don't think we have to worry about her. We can get rid of Tackle. Oh, she forgot. Alright. Anyway. Oh yeah, I had more thought. I was gonna say more thoughts on so I guess I have a lot to think about with which version of Symphony of the Night that I want to stream if I eventually get to stream it. I've got 3 main versions to choose from. Actually, there are other versions too. It's not just PSP, Saturn, PlayStation 1. And as much as I love the English translation of the PS1 game, like the English voice acting, I'm amenable to playing like Japanese with subtitles. Because I've heard that's like a little more true to the story, or true to intention. It's like it's not as campy. Maybe it sounds campy to Japanese ears. That was something I was thinking of. I forget where I saw this. Oh, we got a Krabby. I think we need a Krabby. Hang on. Do we need a Krabby? Yes, we do. We need a Krabby. And we found her. If I can avoid knocking her out. So I guess we do Crackle Ember again. If I had kept Tackle on Skullcracken, that might have done enough, like a little enough damage. This is why we need to get a Super Rod, I think. Okay, let's try Ember. Just a gentle little Ember. Just a touch, just a little. Oh dang. Oops. Okay, well. Oops. I forgot that running does that. You never know what you could catch. Fishman Andrew. Oh, a Magikarp. Oh no, it's got Tackle and Splash. Magikarps are notoriously sturdy, though. And they're faster if it's raining. Yeah, there we go. Attaboy, Huckle. Attaboy. That'll do, Bug. That'll do. Gosh, and they have so little experience. So little XP from a Magikarp. Oh yeah, I didn't get my secret powers back, so I'll save those for when I need them. Yeah, I mean, my plan was going to be Saturn version with a language patch. But if there's probably another version that's like better to play. I should just look around for like what's the best version that also has Maria as a playable character. I think it's... I keep saying Maria. I think that's right. Okay. Now you're the guy with the super rod, right? I'm the fishing guru's younger brother. I simply love fishing. I like your style. Take this... It's so silly. It's so silly that you can get the super rod before the good rod. Oh, weird. Dang. I mean, I have a Gyarados. Do you want to see the Gyarados? Oh, okay. Do they... This is before Pokemon had individualized sizes, right? Like, they're all the same size. Okay. I think he just wants me to catch a Magikarp. Maybe a high level one. Okay, let's try the Super Rod because maybe now we can get a Poliwag. Or maybe I could before and it was just uncommon. Okay, Super Rod, go! I'll just register it, because we're probably going to use it a bit. Fishing on Route 12. Perhaps there are no Pokemon left behind. Nope, there they are. He hasn't fished them all up. Horsey! Do we need a Horsey? I don't remember. Apparently no. We don't need a Horsey. That seems unlikely. We can really get a Horsey and... Yeah, we can get him. We can get a Horsey in Emerald. Sorry, bye Horsey. We don't need you, unfortunately. I think it's really just Poliwag and Krabby. So it's a shame we missed out on that other one. Oh boy. Hi Horsey. Is it the same Horsey? Is like, I want to be caught. Let's go to a different spot. Oops, oh, I forgot I had it registered. I don't know, we'll see if I get around. We'll see if I get around to playing Symphony of Night anytime soon. I think if I do, I want to save it for October. Or September, leading into October. But I'm also going to play some other... I also have a bunch of other games that I want to save for October's first. Like, the easiest thing would be to just play the regular PlayStation Symphony of the Night, because I have it on disc. I could just play it off my PlayStation 2. I think any other version I have to emulate, and I'm just... I like using all my hardware that I've collected if I can. And unfortunately, I don't really have a way to load up the Maria, like a modded version of a game, on my PS2, because there's not really like a PlayStation 1 loader. I'd have to do the like disc trick, which is really weird because I have my I have my PS2 on its side right now, and the disc swap doesn't work so well when you do that when it's on its side. It's a shame. I wish OpenPL, not OpenPL. Wish whatever it's called, PS2 Open, was able to load PlayStation 1 games, but it really isn't. I guess nobody's found a hack for that yet. Oh yeah, and I forgot Snorlax is here. Now let's see if I can sneak back. Oops. Cool. Are you Cool Trainer or are you a Picnicker? You look like Picnicker. Picnicker Susie. Oh, right, correct. For some reason, I thought I still had, Huckle first. Yeah. I really like Symphony of the Night, and I've never beaten it or gotten very far in it. So it's one of those games that's on my stream list for, like, the proper reason I started the stream. And Emerald is on there too, I guess, because I never completed this generation Pokedex. The Huckle is a good choice for me out, even though I think a cat and a hornet are actually pretty well matched. You would think that a cat being big would give it an advantage, but big hornet like Huckle, pretty tough. potentially pretty dangerous if it's venomous. One of many good reasons not to let your pets roam around outside. We've had some bad stories about our letting our pets around outside. Nothing. I don't think they ever died from it, but it never did them any much good. Maybe the fresh air. Because what I've always heard is that, like, you want to have, if you have cats, you want to be able to let them up on your like porch with like a net or something, so they can get fresh air, but they don't get to like roam around the yard freely. And I guess if you can train your cat to wear a harness, then you can walk them like a dog. And then you just have to like treat them for fleas and ticks and stuff. And hornets, if you're in Pokemon. Okay, Petra, this is a sneaking mission. Acquisition on site. Leave no sign that you've been here. Whatever. I guess I've had Metal Gear on the mind because of Death Stranding being out. Death Stranding 2. So strange. Oddish, which I think we already caught an Oddish. I don't need one. Sorry, Oddish. I'm afraid we don't need your help. Oh yeah, we can hide from this guy in the grass. It's like being a ninja. I want to see what level the gym trainers are, because maybe we can fight some of them. I guess we don't get Earthquake until pretty late. Until Viridian City. We have to beat Giovanni to get the Earthquake TM. Which feels cruel, but I mean, it's one of the most powerful TMs in the game. So I can't blame them for doing that. Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird to still be talking about some of these auteur game people like Kojima. I don't know. I think maybe I put up with a lot. I put up with a lot of nonsense in games, for better and for worse. Like, I was able to enjoy, like, the Metal Gear Solid series for the most part. It's got stuff that I don't like. Maybe that's just a part of the way that you're kind of conditioned. Strength is the key for Pokemon. Do you understand this? Pokemon is about strategy. I'll show you how strategy can beat brute strength. You would be singing in a different tune if I... oh, he's a juggler. Juggler Caden. Oh yeah, we're not ready for this gym. I can try though. Dang. Interesting. So the level cap, I know the level cap for both gyms is 43. If the trainers are fighting at level 38, we need to at least get to 40. So, let's go fight some trainers. Oh, right, I can do B to skip this. So yeah, let's go fight some trainers. Hey, Mav. I was just talking about problematic game auteurs again. Because I was saying, because I put up with a lot. I put up with a lot of, stuff that I'm like, well, this is bad, but I still like the rest of the game. And I think I've gotten less tolerant of that over the years. I mentioned specifically Kojima because I've had Death Stranding release on the mind. And it's not a game that I want to play, but there are interesting things about it that I'm like... I think I said this last time, that I want to see more... I want to see more, like, creative people who are inspired by these big games and are able to make something without all the shitty stuff. Because there are, like, themes and things that are interesting about it. About his games. And, like, other similarly problematic creators. Because it's not just him, there's, like, there's people like this all over the industry. I think of, like, David Cage games, right? I think I mentioned that last time. Yeah, you wish people would be less tolerant, because change will only happen if people are saying this isn't right. And if you roll over on it, then you're saying it's okay. That's true. There's definitely, like, a, it's hard, because it takes a lot... I think it takes a lot of effort where... There's such a big social component, even if it's not a single-player game, to, like, play these games and to be involved in the conversation. It's like TV, like, if you aren't following the latest TV show, then you're left out. And so you kind of, like... You kind of have to get other people involved, too. Oh, I didn't know about the Factorio creator. But yeah, Notch famously bad character. Who... I think people maybe justify still playing and loving Minecraft because Notch has, like, the company's distanced themselves from Notch now. I'm kind of on the fence about that one, but yeah. And do you mean, like, Skibbity Toilet, like the series creator? I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that the creator of that thing is problematic. Is anybody surprised? Like, it's like it's basically old internet style kind of shitposting, and, like, most of those people are terrible. Oh, Microsoft doesn't have a good track record either. I forgot that Minecraft is owned by Microsoft now. They're just subsuming everything. I was too impatient. I didn't wait for somebody to create a game for somebody better to create a game that I just bought Death Stranding 2 and didn't wait for anything else. Yeah. It's funny because I in a similar vein, I was watching a playthrough of The Looker, which is a parody on The Witness. And Jonathan Blow is a very contentious character. He's the kind of guy where I'm like, I agree with some of the things he said in interviews of his, like, outlook on making games, and I did enjoy The Witness. I kind of like it. But I'm definitely going to play The Looker at some point. Maybe if not on stream, then definitely on my own, because it looks very funny. And I think it makes some very pointed fun of The Witness in a very good way. Like a fairly good-hearted, but also, like, you know, some of this stuff is not too deep. And I have a lot of thoughts on The Looker, actually, because one of the big critiques of one of the big like, recurring things in it is the, like, oh crap, I can't fight a Dodrio with Buckle. Hang on, I gotta switch. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, we're raking J.K. Rowling over the coals as we should, but other creators are as bad as her and are male don't get huge boycott, even though they're making money and funding shitty politics. That's true. That's why I always feel a little hesitant to talk too much about Rowling, because I think she, like, being a woman makes her an easier target for people. And I, like, don't want to... It's the same as, like... I don't know, it's the same as, like... It reminds me a lot of, like, TERFs getting involved with Nazis, where it's like... If you are a feminist, then you should not be involved with fascism just because you don't like trans people. But they will, like, join forces, and it's like... I don't want to follow that example in any way. for sure, because it's like it's very easy to call out rolling, but like there are other, like you said, there are many other people who are as bad or worse. Like, I don't know, former and current Blizzard people, I think, are probably high up on the list. I was hedging my I was kind of hedging my bets because I don't know if Jonathan Blow has come up anywhere as being a bad guy. Like me, I feel like I heard that there was something iffy with him, but I don't know. Yeah, you'd rather not even call him feminist. I know exactly. It's just yeah. It's not oxymoronic. It's insincere that they call themselves feminists, but they do. It's not true, but yeah. I mean, as far as The Witness, what I was gonna say, The Witness and The Looker. One of the recurring jokes in The Looker are the like voice recordings that have like profound, you know, like profound recordings on them or whatever. Which is the thing in The Witness. You find these like little tape decks that have famous recordings from people or like readings of famous poems and things that are relevant to the topic. And The Looker makes like a bunch of like joke ones that are pretty funny. And like I kind of like the attitude of The Looker and the way that it's parodying The Witness and similarly kind of high-minded games, but it also feels like it maybe edges into anti-intellectualism a little bit, which I always want to be mindful of, because it's very easy to get. You can swing too far one way or the other. Yeah, from what you can see, John Blow's controversy is just being a regular jerk, condescending, etc. Yeah, no, he's very opinionated, and I think to a fault. I think maybe that's it. He's like opinionated to a fault where he's probably not, he seems like he's also not willing to like listen. I don't know. Being a solo game dev, I can imagine that he's had some very bad experiences, but maybe he's let that shape him in his interactions in an unhealthy way. So yeah, I'm hedging my bets talking about him. I don't want to give him too much praise. Like, you know, Braid was a fun game and all, but maybe a little overhyped. And, you know, he had help making it. He didn't create every single thing with his own hands. Like, there's a collaborative effort going on even with the smallest indie games. Yeah, his games are pretentious. I guess so. I'm still not sure what Braid was supposed to be about, really. Well, and actually, you know what? That's kind of ties in with what I was thinking about. We don't need Pursuit. Is because like with a game like The Witness, I found it really, it's not for everybody. I think that's a big thing, and it's like if there's not a demo for that game, I think there really should be, because I think if it's not for you, you should be able to try it and without having to sink in actual money first and realize it's not for you, because I think it's probably not for a lot of people. Like, it really, if you have any like trouble seeing colors, then you're not going to be able to do a lot of the puzzles. If you have any kind of auditory recognition problems, or if you have any if you're hard of hearing, you can't do some of the puzzles. And so I don't know, that's where I feel like sometimes like there are some unique experiences that like some people just aren't going to be able to have because of limitations that are beyond their control, like certain disabilities. And I think arguably it's fair to make a game that can't cater to them, to everybody. It can't be like fully accessible. I don't know. Because the alternative is that you don't have games with these kind of specific experiences in them. And I'm like, that doesn't seem right to me either. But I don't know. The Witness is the kind of media that I put into a category where it's like, maybe there's something meaningful there, but you're meant to, like, draw a lot from yourself. It's like, it's kind of it reminds me of this David Lynch quote. And I know David Lynch is problematic in his own way, but this is a quote that I think is useful, where he talks about, like, how much, to paraphrase, he says something about how much he puts all this time and effort in creating his movies and to formulating, like, to creating them in a specific way. And then people ask him to, like, and when people ask him, like, what his movies mean, they're basically asking him to deconstruct the whole movie and turn it back into words. And so I feel like there's a good... The Witness I put into that category of media that, like, demands your attention, and maybe it doesn't have, like, an exact answer, but it's like the value of it is in... The value of it is in your experience of it, right? And so I like that about it. And, like, I haven't 100% beaten The Witness either, so there's probably... Maybe there's some other stuff in there that I wouldn't like as... Yeah, you'd say, Mav, you'd say do your best to make it accessible within the confines of the design, but don't be a super jerk when people call it out. Oh yeah, wasn't... You know what, maybe that was one of the things with Blow, is that people were mentioning some of these accessibility... Because I think I heard this about... I know people were talking about the audio puzzles, where, and I think he just, like... Because you can make an argument, like I was trying to make, that if the audio, like he wanted the audio puzzles to be in there and they should stay in there. But he was, yeah, I imagine he was being a jerk about, like, not, about why he wouldn't have an alternative or an accessibility feature. Because, yeah, I'm thinking, like, you could probably make that puzzle in a way that's, like, you could probably have an option that's, like, I have, like, checkboxes, like, I have this need, or this special need, or this special need, or whatever, and then you could adapt your puzzles for that, so that it's, like, a different type of puzzle. And that is ultimately, it's more work. It's more work, and it means that you have to think of a different type of puzzle. I mean, potentially, actually. Well, here's the funny thing. If you wanted to make an accessibility option, like if we specifically talking about the audio puzzles, if you made an audio accessibility version of that puzzle, that could be a unique puzzle that other people won't see, that isn't available in the other areas. So, like, you limit this unique puzzle type that is, like, audio accessibility to this area, and, like, that itself could be, like, a pretty powerful statement. So, like, sometimes, this isn't always the case, but sometimes accessibility is, like, an opportunity for more creativity. It's like, you know what, though? This topic reminds me, in a similar vein, it reminds me of the, easy mode in Dark Souls discourse, where the only thing people were talking about were, like, that's not, like, the point of the game is that it's hard, and, like, it's basically a lot of people being like, what they were actually saying is that, like, an easy mode, like, doesn't allow them to gatekeep anymore, basically. That's what most of the opposers of an easy mode is. And I think From Software never did put easy modes in their games. Not really. And so it never really, like, nothing really came of that discussion, but it was also like, they probably won't even consider it now that people have raised such a row about it. This just really sucks. Yeah. Oh, you'd like an audio puzzle to have a controller vibration available. Yeah. Right, and some people will use keyboard, but at least it's something, yeah. I mean, that's a good example, right? Because if it's like... it might be a little complicated to set up those options of, like... Because I think The Witness is a game that works well with controller. I think most people would play it on keyboard because it's a primarily PC game. But that's, like, that's a great example of, like, a creative solution to an accessibility problem. And honestly, and the more I think about it, the more I'm surprised that somebody like Jonathan Blow, who claims to be a, like, experienced programmer in something, maybe he just hates people. Maybe that's the problem. it's an engineering problem. It's a challenge. And like, if you approach these things as a challenge, then it reframes it in a way that I would expect somebody like him to be compelled to engage with. In a roundabout way, though, this is also a problem that you see in indie and solo dev a lot, where nobody during development raised audio accessibility as a problem because there were so few people involved in development. And I don't know if there are... Ooh. Okay, wheezing is very strong. I'm learning. I'm learning this. I'm learning and growing as a person. But that's, I was thinking of this, like, nobody in the team. Because I know with book writing, with novel writing in particular, you can hire sensitivity readers who are trained to look for certain things, and they'll point out that, like, hey, this is, you know, this is a problem, and maybe here's a solution. I remember first encountering that when I read The City We Became by acclaimed fiction writer, science fiction and fantasy writer N.K. Jemisin, where at the end of the book she like listed and thanked sensitivity readers because she had what's it called? She had one of her characters is one of the main characters is native descendant of like the Bronx region, and I can't remember what it's called. Lenape? It starts with an L. Lenape? Something like that? Oh yeah, you could also be like, I don't know how to solve this, please give me ideas. Yeah, that's true. There's like you're tying it back in, Mav, to, I think, the problem with auteur creators, which is humility. Which I think I mentioned last time that, like, ideally with the ideal auteur is somebody who has some level of humility to be able to recognize when they need help. And I don't know, Jonathan Blow seems like a very private, maybe introverted person to a fault, where, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but I mean, I get the impression that he has cultivated a lot of smugness that maybe is not so earned. And maybe, or hostility. He seems to maybe have a lot of hostility to creators. The more extreme example of that would be Phil Fish, obviously, who, like, had really bad experiences, in fairness, but also took it out on people who are his fans and, like, the gaming community in general. He seemed like a man who needed some professional help. And I mean that in the way that everybody should have a chance to have professional help. But yeah, I imagine even in a small team, if you came up across that and you just admitted, like you said, Mav, like, I don't know how to solve this, can you give me some ideas? Because I don't know. Because I can appreciate at the very least, I can appreciate the idea of, oh, we got smoke screen another turn, so we got double accuracy. Come on, Huckle, we just need one. We just need one and coughing is done. Pretend that he's Hideo. Oh, that's not good enough. It's specific Kojima. Pretend that you're fighting Kojima, Huckle. Give him a good brick break. I'm not advocating this in real life. There we go. It's in a video game. In Pokemon. We're giving Hideo Kojima a brick break in Pokemon. Yeah, Skullcracken on that. I should be training up Skullcracken too, because she got Bite for psychic types. Hehehe. Your poison is weaker now. Or wait, is poison physical? I don't remember. Okay, strength is stronger than bite, I think. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot more. People can put in more effort than they're doing. Man, I feel like I'm always getting poisoned as soon as I send out a non-poison type. We use Brick Break. Oh, right, because coughing is coughing a soft-bodied creature? It's where, I think we're imagining that the target is like a brick. Yeah, I don't know. It would be like if you did a karate chop that was meant to break a brick, but you did it against, like, a soft thing. Like Ballistic Joe. Oh, right, I forgot we have Surf instead of, Water Pulse now. So she's got a much stronger move. No. Yeah, right. Other Pokemon are soft. What would Brick Break? I mean, I was Brick Breaking a Rattata and a Meowth earlier. They're probably not doing so good. Meowth's coin snapped in half. Poor critter. Oh yeah, what is coughing made out of? You got that like rock or something? I think it's gotta be fleshy, for lack of a better term. Like it's gotta be like tissue. Because Grimer and Muck are clearly like, they're like pollution sludge monsters. They're like muck creatures. They're like made of stuff. I always assumed that coughing was like, I don't know, kind of almost like a pufferfish where it's like its body is inflated. Like the gaseous interior is puffed up. Oh, or maybe cartilage? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like coughing being made of cartilage doesn't feel right to me. That's just me. I feel like it makes more sense for it to be like... Oh, right, I need a cut Pokemon. I need Shoma. I'm not into it. Okay, let's go. Wait, what? You don't want to battle? Then why are you battling? Birdkeeper Benny? Benny, do we need to teach you about consent? Oh, speaking... Well, it's not related. I was just checking the time and we're long overdue for a midstream break. Actually, you know what? Since Wheezing could be made of cartilage because it has that like rigid-looking structure connecting the multiple like globes. It's multiple like body segments. Either that or they're like stretched taut by like trying to move away from each other. I don't know. I feel like it actually. I guess if they were soft tissue, they would be like it would be more limp. It gets... There's not really... I'm gonna... maybe let's end the conversation. I don't have... The more that I talk about it, the less I like thinking about coughing and wheezing anatomy. One Intimidate for another, I see, Pharaoh. But how do you hold up to a tidal wave? How do you hold up to the tides coming in? Not so well. There you go. Okay, let's run back to the center and then I will take a break. Funny thing is, I was thinking about how so I'm playing like 3 different Pokemon games right now. I'm also playing like White 2 and Sacred, no, not Sacred. Yeah, Sacred, no, Storm Silver ROM hack. And in HGSS, you get to have your first party Pokemon following behind you in the overworld, so I never use the bike because using the bike puts them away, and I like to have my lead Pokemon behind me. Something I love about HGSS. And they don't really do that in later games. I guess when they started the 3D games they did that, because they had 3D models to use. But it's something I love. I think HGSS are maybe... They're tied with Gold, Silver, and Crystal for my favorite in the series. They lose a little bit of points just because they made the change. Just because, I don't know, it feels a little weird. There's like little slightly weird things about it. And they kept the change in Crystal where where Claire is like a worse character. Oh yeah, coughing. Is that coughing's description? A Pokemon that is thin, like a thin-skinned balloon filled with a highly toxic gas known to explode. Yep. Or occasionally explode. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Pokewalker for HTSS. I don't have one, but it would be cool. It'd be cool to have it. I think they're expensive now. I wonder if you could probably make like a, you could probably like emulate a Pokewalker pretty easily, right? With like a Raspberry Pi or something, or an Arduino board. Anyway, yeah, ones that I'm seeing are like 50 bucks. That's a lot. Cheapest at 50. Okay, anyway, time for the break that I'm taking kind of late, and I'll be back in a few minutes. You know what? Let's go back to the Safari Zone after the break, because it'll be kind of shorter. It'll be like a half hour to the end of the stream. So we'll do a half hour of Safari Zone. Maybe I'll try to catch a Dratini. Let's see. What music was gonna play before? Oh yeah, when I might remove the Wind Waker tracks from the stream music just because they're so quiet, or else I'll try and like boost the volume. Oh, I know. The next random one. Oh yeah, you're surprised that people haven't emulated Pokewalker even in software? Yeah. It's strange. Maybe it's just easier to PK hex. Anyway, I'm gonna play the next track that was chosen at random by the shuffler. So enjoy that for the break. I love Smash Brothers Melee tracks. That I think there are only a few songs on the whole soundtrack that I don't like, but they have the best remixes. And I also I did catch just before I left for the break that last Pokédex entry. Oh my god, that you can see the gas in it coughing through its thin skin. Which game is that from? Is that one of the newer ones? Feels like it could be. I'm remembering the horror of trying to catch a Tauros in Red and Blue now. That was the one that took forever. It was easily the longest Pokemon hunt. Wonder what it's like for... What do you think it's like for people to shiny hunt Tauros? Oh, Crystal. Wow, really? That's the Crystal description? You know what? At first I thought that it must be a more recent generation description, but second gen makes a little more sense. They were a little unhinged in first and second generation. Jesus. I guess even here where they compared Snorlax... No, not Snorlax. Who did they compare to an African elephant, or Indian elephant, specifically? It was something we caught last time. Also, this is Area 1, I think, right? Or, no, this is Area 2, because Area 1 is the entrance. Paris! We already caught a Paris. But I like Paris. Paris is cool. Nidorino. What's level 33? Oh, double digits. Duplicate digits always tickle my brain. And 3. I know, when I was a kid, 3 was my favorite number. Did anybody have a favorite number as a kid? Is that just me? Just some neurotypical stuff. Some neurotypical kid things. Oh, Parasect. The big one. Consumed by the mushroom, Parasect's body continues to act as if it under full control and agency of the fungus. Oh, actually, now that we've seen them at the zoo, can we actually see... Oh, rare Pokemon? We haven't seen any rare Pokemon? But I think we can see, like, where we can catch all these Pokemon now, right? I already know, but I like the idea that the zoo... Yeah, it's actually here. I like the idea that the zoo is a clever way to, or no, well, it'll be here because we fought Giovanni already. But yeah. Where did I see a chance? I'm sure there's a messed up, I'm sure there's a messed up description of Parasect in many versions of Pokemon, of the Pokédex. Actually, wait, 466. It doesn't count as a step. Oh, oops. As long as we stay in one place, I can remain in the Safari Zone forever. I should find a corner. Because that's easiest to avoid. Here we go. I tried to do this in first gen, but there weren't any good corners with grass in the zone that I wanted to be in. There we go. It might be a little slower than sprinting around or using, like, Sweet Scent, but... I think I'll probably go get a Sweet Scent Pokemon. At some point. Although, I think that means... I don't know if we can get one without evolving, and then I have to catch another one of that species to trade. It's a bit of a predicament. Also, I'm not sure if I'm actually in Area 2. If I'm in Area 1, there are still Pokemon to catch here that we need. I think Kangaskhan spawns here. Show me a map, Bulbapedia. Oops. There we go. So there's the hub. Oh, I see it. Yeah, okay. The hub is where we came in. This is Area 1. So Area 2 does have more of the Pokemon we need, I think. Yeah, Chansey. Oh, Chansey's also at the center. Yeah, the Kangaskhan is here. And Tauros is not. Tauros and Chansey are in Safari Zone 2. And then Dratini is in anywhere that you can fish. It's okay. I may as well go here because it takes a little bit. It takes more steps to get here, and we can go back to Area 1 to get Chansey later. But yeah, I want to say, thinking back on the like auteur topic we were having before, and problematic auteurs in particular. I feel like a lot like the same has happened already in other art mediums of my desire to have like better people who are inspired by the bad ones. You know, you famously have like Birth of a Nation spawning all of these like film techniques that are really common now. Or if not spawning, Kangaskhan! If not spawning the techniques that made them popular. And there are other examples that I will not name. Because they're worse, arguably. Okay, rock? I think we alternate rocks and balls. Aw, dang. Well. That's what I'm gonna do. I feel like maybe it goes better to do ball rock, something like that. Because rock increases chance to run. But anyway. I don't know film well enough. Oh, it's another one. Oh my god, I kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, wait a minute. It just didn't register. Oh my god. First try on the second Pokemon. First try. Oh wow. We got a Kangaskhan easy. Maybe she's not that difficult to catch. Yeah. A parent Pokemon. Of course we got a girl. I'm pretty sure there are male Kangaskhan's, right? Or maybe not. So... she will be... I kind of want to call her like Kubla, or Kublai. As like a... history reference. You know, we were talking about Pooh before. I'll call her Rue. Let's call her Rue. Even though I think Rue is a boy. Rue... we'll call her Rue. It doesn't have to be gendered. Was that no to Kublai Khan? Oh, Venonat. Yeah, I know. Kango is the mom, but I'm like, it's already called Kangaskhan. And I kind of want to... I like Rue as a name for a kangaroo-inspired Pokemon anyway. Kanga's the only female character in Winnie the Pooh. Really? I always felt like... I always thought of Rabbit as being a female character too, but maybe it was just because of, like, the voices that like, the voice acting that you would hear. But yeah, that's interesting. Oh, there are no male Kangaskhan. Yeah. I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe there aren't any male ones. Maybe I'm wrong. There we go, we got a Venonat. Wait. No, we do need a Venonat. I was thinking for a second, I was like, do we need a Venonat? But we do. And him's name will be... We call him Mothra again. We already kind of... Venomoth already has Moth in the name. But you're gonna be a Moth. We can call him Butterfree. We can call him Butterfree in the... since I think Venomoth looks more like a butterfly and more like Metapod. I've bought into the, like, Butterfree and Venomoth sprites were swapped theory. No, we'll call him... Lift. It will be Lift. Lift off. Oh, you don't realize why they just couldn't have removed the little kid for male Kangas. And then again, male reproduction for the win. Or no, asexual reproduction for the win, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Female Kangaskhan just like... No, like scientists are baffled by the reproductive cycle of Kangaskhan. There's no males, so where do they come from? Oh right, I forgot we need Area 2. Can we get to Area 2 before I run out? Let's try and get to Area 2. Because I think Chansey is also in the center, but I want to have a chance at both. Zone 2 is our best bet for getting more... for getting either. And naturally, Tauros, even though I remember Chansey being really flighty, I think Tauros just has a lower encounter rate. Or maybe it only used to, because I remember Tauros was the much harder... Oh no, you know what? Tauros was the harder one to catch because of what I said earlier in the stream, which is that we didn't... Like, I just didn't catch a Chansey in Pokemon Red and Blue Safari Zone because you could catch it in Cerulean Cave. And it's not there anymore. I don't know why. Maybe it was a mistake, and that's why it's changed. Like in the original games, it was Venomoth. I love Venomoth, but we don't catch you. I'm sorry. We don't catch you because we already got the Venonat. I want to raise my own Venomoth. I'm gonna, since I have Bulbapedia open anyway, I want to double check. Well, they have some shots from the anime that look so cute. This like the most precious little Dratini that you've ever seen. Oh my god. Okay. Area 2 is north. Yeah, Chansey and Tauros. That's what we need. And we can get Rhydon elsewhere, even though I know Rhydons are here. Did I say this last time that it's one of the many ignored, messed up things about Pokemon is that the Safari Zone is more like a Safari like hunting zone where they've like it's like a big game park for Pokemon trainers. Oh hey Rhyhorn, you know what? You're here. We'll catch you because we do need you. I think. Do we? Oh wait, we don't need Rhyhorn. What? Oh no, Rhyhorn is in Emerald. Never mind. It's in the Emerald Safari Zone. So yeah, we don't need Rhyhorn. Sorry. I want to name you and I want to have the original trainer be the Emerald one where I can. Oh, every year Venomoths around the world are left behind. Everyone wants to raise their own Venomoth. Oh, that makes it sound so sad. Because the alternative is that I've left the wild Venomoth to live their own life, to be free, to not be subject to the Safari game, the like game hunting of the Safari Zone, Pokemon trainer game hunting. Because you think about it, I get like the idea of the Safari Zone is like all these exotic Pokemon that you can't catch in Kanto region natively are only found here. We brought them from afar. But like if you translate that to real life, it's like a zoo where you go like nobody would do that. Oh, in an arena. Very like sly looking an arena. No, but in real life it would be like, you want to hunt lions and rhinoceros, but you can't do it in Africa, so we brought them to the United States. Oh yeah, don't worry, you put plenty of film footage of Venomoth sadly looking out of cages and sad music. What? Oh, you know what? Since it's the Safari Zone, maybe that's like after hours they have to put the Venomoths back into cages, so we'd be rescuing them. You know, that would be a weird... Oh, so this would be a very torturous Pokemon challenge, but I think an interesting idea. Maybe a good charity idea for people who do charity streams. Like, what if you calculated... So, here's something. Combine Pokemon challenge runs with, like, weird minutia Pokemon videos, like an Annie Austin channel or something. If you can calculate how many Pokemon must be in the Safari Zone on any given day, like how many Pokemon must they have imported to make the Safari Zone run like it does, based on the size of it and encounter rates and stuff. And then your challenge is to catch all of those Pokemon and release them into the wild. Rescue them, like Safari Zone Rescue Challenge. So there are two big steps there's one big step that needs to happen first, which is calculating, like, you know, kind of Pokemon, like, game theory it out of how many Pokemon of each species must be in the Safari Zone. And, you know, pick your poison, pick whichever game is the least painful to do this in. Certainly not, like, blue and red are out of the question, I think. They're too difficult. What's another Venomoth? It's a girl one, it's the sister of the other one that we ran into. Yeah. But yeah. As I'm saying it, I'm tempted to, like, do those calculations myself somehow. It would be, I would probably get too much into it, because I would figure out, like, I would have to research, the way I would choose to do it, is I would research every Pokemon, and based on their size and, like, what type of, like, try and figure out what amount of range each Pokemon needs, like what amount of space they need. Are they like communal? Chansey! Please? Okay, we didn't miss. I don't know if you can miss Chanseys in this game. I don't know if there are any Pokemon that are rare enough where you can miss them. Anyway, I'll return to my thoughts after this encounter, whatever the outcome is. And I'm going to do 3 Safari Balls to 1 rock for Chanseys, because I don't trust that it'll say... Oh, no, she ran. Okay, well, anyway. What I was going to say is I would go overboard and, like, figure out, you know, how big is a tile in Pokemon, and therefore, like, how much space, you know, the Pokemon, like, Venomoths appear in only these areas, so how many tiles of space do they have to move around? And then it turns into like a knapsack problem, because it's like how much range does an individual of the species need, and then all of these individuals are sharing this many tiles. Water only Pokemon get their own tiles to consider. Yeah, I think it would be reasonable to do. It'd be reasonable to figure out like how many Pokemon the Safari Zone should have. And then you do a challenge run where you have to free them all. And if you do this strat, where you just turn around in circles, you can reach every patch of grass, you can reach every area and get all the encounters you need with only 1 entry ticket. I think that has to be a stipulation of the challenge too, is you have to do it all within 1 run, 1, like, thing. Well, actually... Let me backtrack that. Depending on how many Pokemon you have to catch, maybe you can do it in multiple runs, because actually, the more I think about it, you're going to need more than 30 Safari Balls. So never mind. You get multiple runs. Because probably, I imagine it'd be a large number. Maybe you run into, like, Bill's PC box limits. Anyway. Safari Zone Rescue Challenge. You heard it here first. I've got a couple of train journeys over the weekend. Maybe I can like spend the time coming up with numbers. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to either listen to a podcast or play games. Yeah. If somebody does a Safari Zone Rescue Challenge, then I'd watch it. It does feel bad skipping over some of these Pokemon, because normally you just catch... Normally I'd catch a Rhyhorn and everything else. The Venonat was kind of a happy accident. I feel like that happened in Red and Blue too. Is that I went to the Safari Zone first and caught a Venonat here before encountering it in the wild elsewhere. Actually, I wonder... 212. Oh, hitting the wall doesn't count either. Look, her hat doesn't move. I don't think I'm getting encounters. I think if you hit a wall, you don't get an encounter, so you can't do that. Petra just did a little dance, punching the walls. Like slapping the walls a little bit. I guess she'd be kicking them, because we're walking. The hat is controlling the body. Chansey again! There's another girl Chansey. Yeah, Petra turns out to be a real life, a human-style, Parasect. Petra threw a rock at Chansey. Oh my god, it's so bad. No! Oh, I should have stuck with my guns. I should have done the either 2 or 3 balls to 1 rock ratio. Because we're running up on the end of the stream time in a few minutes. It's funny because in the overworld sprite, it looks more like a top hat, which I think is very cute. Like if this was it looks like the kind of top hat sprite you would see in like Terraria. Man, I never got far in Terraria. That game's hard. And I joined a game with friends a while ago, but they got like really far ahead of me, and then we didn't have a lot of common time to play together. That, I remember Starbound was really compelling. But then that kind of fell off. I don't know whatever happened to Starbound. I guess in a way it has like a few too many things for you to do, or a few too many mechanics maybe, that like none of them are quite fleshed out enough. But I love the idea of flying from a planet to planet and building out your like 2D, you know, your 2D block-based, tile-based buildings and getting equipment and stuff. That one was also hard. I think one of the first boss encounters that you get, I really struggled and never got very far. I was never sure if I could get better equipment to fight the boss. think that was the thing. Or maybe it's designed around multiplayer and you kind of need to have people with you. Kind of felt like that could be the case too. Well, we have other games. I have to say that my Linux transition has been pretty smooth and enjoyable. Now that I've been on Linux for I think over a year now, maybe about a year. No, it's not been a year yet, has it? I don't remember when I switched to Linux. I have to look up. But it's been quite a few months at least. It feels like it's almost been a year. The one thing that I'm missing a lot is VR, because I can still play VR stuff on Windows, but I've not been able to make it work. I've gotten very close. Like, at the very least, my system can recognize the Oculus Rift S as a device, but I can't get the right drivers to work. Like, I know Monado is supposedly is like the best way to get a Rift S to work in a Linux system, and it implements OpenXR. And there's like decent support for the Rift S. I think it's just missing like 6 degrees of movement on the motion controllers is like a little bit experimental. I think that's the one thing. I don't know, it's weird. Because what's frustrating about the Rift is that it's tied to that proprietary Oculus software that's now been replaced by Meta. And as far as I can tell, it just like won't work without that at all. Or if it does work, then I haven't figured it out. And it might be possible to install the like Meta VR app or whatever it's called on Linux, but I really don't want to if I don't have to. And this is such a niche area. I don't regret buying into a VR system because I've had a really good time with it, and it's a great, like, Beat Saber is still a really good, like, kind of calisthenics thing, and like some good fun. And I had a blast streaming all 3 Half-Life games in VR. That was awesome, especially with the marker board at the end. But I feel like there's just not been... VR has just not been adopted. Tauros! Now, I remember Tauros is always a boy, is always male because they have Miltank always being female. And even though they're different species, they're compatible because Pokemon is like that. No, he's gone! Dang it. Oh well. You don't get why all these headsets need their own program that opens on your desktop other than to advertise stuff? Yeah. I mean, I think you know why. I think we all know why. But they shouldn't have to. They really should just... Oh, Chansey again. They really... The smart thing, the consumer-friendly and, like, longevity thing would be a driver standard, and then, like, the app is, like, a storefront that you can opt into doing. Like... You know, Oculus, there are Oculus unique games, and if you only want them to work with the Oculus app, then, or with an Oculus device, then that's fair, I guess. But don't make me install the Oculus Rift store, or these days it's Meta. Don't make me install the Meta store just to use my device, because the big thing I've worried about with the Oculus, because I started with the Oculus Rift CV1, the big thing I'm worried about is that the app is you have to download it from the internet. You can't just install it. You can't just install a Rift on a computer like without internet connection. And it will work without internet once it's installed, which is very good. That's the only way I can still play VR games. But once the owner of the app decides that they don't want to support your hardware anymore, you're out of luck. You can no longer use your very expensive headset because they don't provide the thing anymore. Maybe it doesn't Like you can't like operate the device anymore. And so like it's maybe one of the first major like computer peripherals that has like a built-in expiration. And naturally, if anything goes wrong with my Windows PC and I like have to reinstall all of it, I'll have a big problem. I'll have more than a few problems because I also have this weird hacky. I have like a very old version of Origin installed, so I can play like Mass Effect and other EA games that I have because it doesn't work on Linux. Well, you're wondering there's not CFW for the headsets. Oh, firmware? You know, there probably is, but I imagine there's some hardwired thing in these headsets where you have to use their thing. Because what I've noticed is that if I connect the Rift S to my Linux computer, it's got like serial information and like the name of the device and stuff in LSUSB, but if I go into Steam VR, it doesn't recognize that there's a valid VR device. So like Steam VR is built to interact with VR devices, but like you don't have the drivers anymore. And I don't know, supposedly people have supposedly gotten a Rift S working in Linux, but I have not been able to do it yet. I've seen YouTube videos. Oh, come on, Chansey. Usually if there's a PC version, you'll get that one over installing it on the headset. Oh, PC version of the game. Yeah. Like, VR chat lets you play without the VR headset now, right? And, I remember, I played a lot of Star Trek Bridge Crew when it came out, but then they opened that up to, like, keyboard and mouse. Oh yeah, CFW would emulate that or bypass it. I mean, I want to still use the headset. That's the whole thing is that, like... But yeah, you're right, no. CFW... What does CFW stand for again? Also, I'm going to try catching a Dratini for a minute, since stream is almost done. Because we might get another Pokemon we need. Oh, CFW's custom firmware, right? Yeah. I'm being silly. Because yeah. I mean, I think that's what... I think OpenXR and Monado, and then there's another one. There's a third one. I think those are supposed to be that. Oh, Seeking. No, I need a Golding. Sorry, Seeking. What are you seeking about? Sorry, dumb old commercial for like language software. We also have Rookie for Oculus game acquisition. Oh, Rookie, huh? I should look that up. But of course the natural... The main barrier is getting... game thing working. Goldine, we already caught a Goldine. What did we name her? I don't remember actually. I have to say, I think there's only one Oculus exclusive game that I've played. And it was Lone Echo, and that was pretty good. They do the fridging thing with the women, with the one other character in the game is a woman. They do the fridging in that, because of course they do. But the main character is like a robot. You play a robot, and that's pretty neat. And like floating around outer space in orbit above Saturn is really cool. So you know. Is that... I love the idea of being in outer space. If I could be an astronaut, I would. But that's why we've got the International Space Station VR experience, where you can like grab the handles to like pull yourself around the space station and like look out the window and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna fish for a few more minutes, and then if we don't get a Dratini, if we get a Dratini, then I'm gonna be ecstatic. But if we don't, then we can end the stream. Well, that was it. I remember that Dratini was like the only Pokemon that would turn up if you used a Super Rod. I think that was the trick in first gen. But now they've added Goldeen and Seaking, if not others, so it's harder. But yeah, I mean, I installed Monado, and I think it's not working. It was throwing a lot of weird warnings, and sometimes it does work and sometimes it doesn't, and I'm confused. Because I want to say the controllers connect to the headset, right? Like, you don't need to have Bluetooth. I don't have a Bluetooth, like, chip in my computer or anything. I have to have a USB dongle for that. Because I think everything is done through the headset and then it's wired with the Rift S anyway. So yeah, I don't know. The furthest I got is that the headset is... receives power, it is recognized by LSUSB, and the system does not recognize that there's an additional display. That, like, it's a valid display, and all the rest. Yeah. And I think before I shut down, I think I said this on an old stream, before I permanently unplugged my Windows computer from the internet, I bought a few VR games that I was meaning to get and installed them, so... and I ran them to make sure that they had the latest updates, and they ran. So I've got some games on there, like, was there Sword and Sorcery, I think? Not to be confused with Sword and Sorcery Super Brothers EP, or whatever. Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery, which is a very different game. But a lot of, like, silly VR experiences. Things like that are very unique. I remember seeing a game. I remember seeing Into the Radius being played on a video, and that would be fun too. It's very much like it's like a gun game in VR, but there's like weird anomalies. I guess at a glance it looks like a very like simplified. It looks like it might be Stalker inspired. But I don't know, it had like details of interaction that looked like they could be fun and distinct from other VR games. It's just that VR is still so expensive and nobody has invested seriously enough into it that it is still like it's still like a very niche video game market. And like Apple Vision Pro was such a I don't even know what to think of it. It's like, it's not good, and it's not quite a joke. I was gonna call it a joke, but I'm like, that's not quite true. It's just like, it's so disconnected from reality and from what people want or expect from VR. I remember watching Eddie Burbach's video on it, and I was like, yeah, this is horrifying. I don't want an Apple Vision Pro. I don't want the world that this Apple device is describing for us to live in. Like, I wasn't interested in it before, and I was certainly not after that. Although, what I think is really kind of funny is that the Vision Pro has, I think, the M2 chip in it, which has an unpatchable firmware level vulnerability that was not fixed until, I think, the M3 chip, maybe. But it was like this sort of dumb oversight. Sorry, not firmware, hardware vulnerability in the actual, like, M2 chip. M1s and M2s have this. It was something that, like, at least, that even Intel recognized and was like, no, we need to, like... I forget what it was exactly. It's basically, like, this process that, allows very low-level access to to bad actors if they know what they're doing. Because they didn't turn off a Dragonair. I mean, it's the wrong one, but I've got to try. I've got to try and catch her. We can hatch... I mean, here's the thing. It's a female, so if we catch her, we can hatch an egg and transfer that over to Emeralds. And then hatch a Dragonite, a Dratini egg. But I don't think we're going to catch a Dragonair. Holy crap. I mean, that's got to be the end of the stream, right? Like, there's no better way to end. You know what? Let's run through the grass and use up the rest of my steps trying to find Chansey or Tauros again, and then we'll end. Damn, Dragonair. Also, I love how Dragonair is like the most elegant first generation Pokemon that you've ever seen. And it evolves into Dragonite, who's like cuddly, you know, children's television character. Like if Barney the dinosaur were a dragon instead, it would be a Dragonite. Is this very silly, goofy looking creature? Excuse me. Like a big lovable critter is Dragonite. It makes me wonder if that was like, if Dragonair and Dragonite were kind of a Wartortle situation, where Wartortle was like going to be a totally separate turtle evolution line. I wonder if Dragonite was designed separately from Dragonair. Because Dratini goes well with Dragonite, right? Where Dratini is like this teeny little thing with a big nose, and all the hopes of the world in its eyes. It's Dratini. Dratini could go anywhere. Why am I having a flashback? I think I must have... I'm having like deja vu right now. Something about being in the Safari Zone and looking up... Well, you'll see. Chansey! I was looking up something to end the stream. Go! Okay. Chansey's watching carefully. Oh, nope. I don't want to run. I gotta take every opportunity to catch a Chansey. It's all been girl Chansey. Our Chansey's always female too. I say girl. It's because it's like Pokemon is kind of a child's game. No, she fled. Okay. Well, we've got more steps. I'm gonna use up the rest of the steps. At this point, I would be happy to just run it. I want to use up the steps for any more chances at catching Pokemon, otherwise I would just hit the retire. I just hit the retire button so we can end. But it's okay, it's a Friday. I can stay up a little late. Gosh, this is where I was talking about the Safari Zone Rescue Challenge that feels like an hour ago. Anyway, I think this will be good. I'll resume the tradition that I had in Red and Blue where, when it's time, now that we have the Safari Zone unlocked, I'll spend like the last half hour looking for the Pokemon we need until we get them. Come on, Chansey. I'm surprised we only saw one Tauros, so I guess Chansey are more common. Oh, there we go. Ding dong. Okay, I'm gonna save on stream so you can see that I saved. Okay. No, is that not right? Okay, hang on. I'm preparing something. Because that's gonna be it. But I want to... Oh. There we go. Isn't that just the sweetest little creature that you've ever seen? Oh my god. Hang on, I wanted to get the, I wanted to scale it up to, like, match the, that'll have to do. Hang on. Whoa, no? Oh no, that's not right. Scale to outer bounds. This. Oh no, inner bounds. Gosh. I've been streaming for how long and I can't do this? Okay. But yeah, it's just the sweetest little Dratini. We will get a Dratini one of these days. Oh, you know what? There we go. I think it's... I was trying to remember what the, There we go. Okay, well, I mean, that doesn't really do what I want. Why doesn't it outer bounds? Is that not right? Okay. I don't know why it's not letting me select the, like, game capture. That's what I was trying to get. Heck? Was the capture frozen? Is that why? Okay, it was. Okay, whatever. Whatever, Dratini. Dratini, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me. That's all for tonight, and, yeah, I guess I'll be back on Monday. I don't have anything unusual happening on Monday, I don't think. Yeah, well, no, there might be a meeting. We'll see. I'll like usual, I'll post on, Mastodon and maybe Blue Sky if I'm moving it to Tuesday, if I have to. But yeah. Thank y'all again for joining me. Always a joy to have you, Mav, and all of the discussions that we would come up with and run into. Yeah, and until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll be seeing you. Yeah, oops, sorry, I forgot to capture, checking on our Pokemon that we caught. I already released Nidorino. Let's look at Milne. We got Milne, he's got Poison Point. Gentle, which one's Gentle? Oh, Special Defense up, Defense down. That's a weird one. That's a weird one for a Nidoran. But anyway, yeah. I wanted to end on the Dratini, but we gotta look at the team. Birdburris. I love Birdburris as a name. It feels kind of lazy to pick always pick the same names, but I'm gonna do that a lot because they're meaningful. It's like I'm encountering the same Pokemon again. It's like meeting an old friend. And sometimes they are that old friend's child, and we get along just as well. Like Beatrice Jr. Also, you notice that I never noticed this before. You notice the stats have room for like 5 digits? But they never go up that high. You only get 3-digit stats. Do you see that? Like all that empty space. Well, anyway. She got Runaway, which I don't know if Dodrio... I feel like Dodrio will learn other... Dodo and Dodrio can have like different abilities. It's not a great one. But she's Hardy. I think Hardy is neutral. Yeah, it's neutral. Treeburst is sassy, which is speed down. And, I mean, Executor is not especially fast. Oh, Chlorophyll! Oh my gosh, she's got Chlorophyll to make up for her sassy nature. Okay, so, her sassy nature kind of, like, takes down Is it because she's doing like sassy things and that takes a lot of time? Is that why she's sassy as a low speed? It's high special defense though, so she's protected a little bit against stuff. Coily is serious. Serious is neutral. And she got Swift Swim, so she is fast in rain, at least. We got some fast ones. And Kangaskhan. Rue the Kangaskhan also sassy. And I know, I named her Rue, even though Rue from Winnie the Pooh's a boy. But I like, I don't know. I guess her child being a Kangaskhan means that it is also a Rue. It is also a girl. Also a female? I don't know. Oh, early bird. She wakens early from sleep. I don't know how that works. I guess sleep... I guess it's like a smaller maximum number of turns that can happen from sleep, because sleep is a random number of turns. But anyway, early bird's neat, especially because she's got that slow nature, so she might get hit more often. And then Liftoff is hardy. He's hardy, so neutral. And Compound Eyes, which I really like Compound Eyes as an ability, but I don't know that there are a lot of moves that a Venomoth and Venonat can learn that have low accuracy, so I don't know if it makes up for anything, really. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you can learn Thunder, and then Compound Eyes would be good for that. But yeah, that's it. We got 6 new Pokemon this stream, because I didn't find... I wasn't able to catch the Krabby, I knocked it out by accident, and I was not able to find a Poliwag yet. So that's the actual end of the stream. Thank y'all again. And oh, thanks Stream Elements for kicking in when I'm already done. Kicking in after 3.5 minutes. Okay. But yeah, for real this time, I'll catch y'all next time. See ya in the next one. Ta-ta for now. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.